Alright then guys, welcome to a brand new video that I have for you guys today. The end of an era. Now this year we've seen a lot of this. Different players, different clubs reaching a brand new era, and it's definitely going to be a very interesting one. I couldn't really start this with anybody else other than Arsene Wenger. Left his job as the Arsenal manager after 22 years at the club. Can we just hold up, but take that into consideration? 22 years. I am actually 22 years old this year. I was born in 1996, which was the year that Arsene Wenger joined Arsenal from Nagoya Grampus 8. And, it just, for me, I think I look at my life and I look at everything that I've been through. I've been to nursery, I've been to school, I've been to high school, I'm now working and doing YouTube. I have grown as a person. I have grown up. I have gone from newborn to young adult in the time that Arsene Wenger has had one job at Arsenal. That is absolutely astounding. Safe to say the Frenchman revolutionised English football and the way that it is played. Wenger won a total of 17 trophies with the Gunners, 3 Premier Leagues, including the 03 to 04 Invincibles, of course, which he was presented during his last home game at Arsenal, the gold trophy of the Invincible season, which is a very, very lovely touch. It was, of course, definitely without a doubt, is the Arsene Wenger trophy. 7 FA Cups and 7 Community Shields. Obviously, the back-to-back FA Cups was phenomenal, ending the cup drought in such fashion to go on and win it again is absolutely fantastic work. Also, of course, oversaw the move from the iconic Highbury Stadium to our new home ground, which is the Emirates. A fantastic man who, love him or hate him, he changed football for better or worse, and he will always be a part of Arsenal Football Club. Next up, we've got Andres Iniesta. Iniesta, safe to say, is crowned Mr. Barcelona. Having joined Barcelona at the age of 12, went on to make his first team debut for the team 6 years later, just aged 18. The Spaniard played the last of his 699 games for Barcelona as they beat Real Sociedad 1-0. He won almost every competition and award going, including the World Cup, 2 European Championships, 9 La Ligas, 4 Champion Leagues. He was also named in the FIFA World 11, so the ultimate best sort of team, team of the year if you like, for an incredible 9 years running. 9 years consecutively making that. I mean, there was always jokes when, in regards to, the FIFA, the game franchise, when they released Team of the Season, Team of the Year and all that, Iniesta, everybody's like, right, the inevitable Andres Iniesta, and he always made it, absolutely always made it. Another icon, another end to what has been a fantastic era at Barcelona, and not only for Barcelona but for Spain as well, the national team, Spanish football in general. He will be bitterly missed, and I have to say, I think it looks like he's going to China, and it's going to be so weird seeing him play in any other colours other than Barcelona's famous blue and red. It's going to be very, very weird indeed. Going from Spain to Italy now, Gianluigi Buffon left giant Juventus following a 17-year association with the club that are nicknamed the Old Lady. The 40-year-old goalkeeper has not yet retired and is reported to be considering a number of offers elsewhere, looking likely that PSG will be his next destination in his football career. Again, someone who you're so used to seeing Juve colours, and such a passionate man for the game, such an absolute love for football and for Juve as well, and be, once again, safe to say, very strange to see him wearing, a different badge on his chest. The Italian enjoyed a career littered with silverware, including an incredible 11 Serie A or Serie A titles, and of course the 2006 World Cup with Italy. A natural leader as well, captain both Juve and the national team as well. Made 640 combined Serie A or Serie A appearances for both Juve and of course Parma as well, where it began for him. Just want to say, really felt for Buffon in the Champions League game. Obviously he got sent off, and he did kind of lash out a little bit after that. That's just his absolute passion, I think, shining through there, his love and passion for Juve, and him wanting to go out on an absolute high, of course, with the Champions League, and sadly not meant to be for Buffon, and he has since apologised about things that he said about the referee at the time. I mean, we laugh, obviously, it could have been taken to some offence, but he said that he did immediately sort of feel bad for what he said. It was a heat of the moment kind of thing. But yeah, I think I definitely really felt for him. I did cover it in one of the episodes of Every Kit, guys. But yeah, I mean, astounding player, natural born leader, a true icon of the game, and good luck to him for whatever his next step is, wherever that may be. Moving back to Spain now, guys. Fernando Torres bid farewell to his boyhood club, Atletico Madrid, and a glittering career, safe to say, full of goals. The 34-year-old showed that he still got it by scoring twice in his final game for Atletico. Torres scored 128 goals in 404 appearances for his boyhood club Atletico, as well as an extremely successful spell, of course, that he had at Liverpool, where he really made a name for himself over here in England and in the UK in the Premier League. He also had success, of course, on the international stage, winning a World Cup and 2 European Championships alongside the likes of Iniesta, who we spoke about earlier. Of course, I mainly know this guy from Liverpool, his time at Liverpool, haunted Arsenal many times. I think he made the biggest mistake of his career leaving Liverpool for Chelsea. Definitely didn't really hit it out there. He scored a couple of goals, but we didn't see the same Torres. He became a complete sort of different player. It's a shame, because can you imagine what he would have achieved, what he could have achieved at Liverpool had he stayed there? And when he left Liverpool as well, it was a really bad time for Liverpool, because they'd lost such a huge player, and they brought a lot of players in, don't get me wrong, but players that necessarily, couldn't really get Liverpool back to that top level, which is just, it was a shame. And I can't help but sort of wonder, and I'm sure Liverpool fans must think the same, but what could have been for Torres had he stayed at Liverpool and then gone back to Atletico to finish his career there. I'm not actually 100% clear if he's just leaving, if he's just going to retire, or if he's going to go somewhere else. Maybe he's going to consider his options, quite possibly. Guys, feel free in the comment section to let me know where you think each of these guys will end up. What is the next step for them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Yaya Toure, alongside his brother there, Carlo Toure, in the picture. Spent 8 years, of course, of Man City. Now, it's not other players here. You've got Torres who is back to his roots and stuff. Toure became a symbol for Man City, and he was a very, very important, symbolic player for the club's revolution, obviously under the owner Sheikh Mansour. Powerful midfielder, absolutely just kind of had it all. One of those sort of complete midfielders, wasn't he, really? Well, he still is, he's definitely past his best, but he's still got that natural sort of leader power, aggression as well in him. Picked up 3 Premier League titles with Man City, although he hasn't featured much in the last 2 seasons, obviously, as Pep has continued to build a formidable squad. His time at the club will be remembered fondly by the supporters for his famous chants and stuff. That, he won them over a long time ago, and like I say, was a symbol for that change in Man City, that the new Man City that we see today, rather than the one that existed maybe 12, 15 years ago. And it's nice to see that he did. I mean, he had his moments where there was a lot of speculation always about him leaving, but he did always stay, he did pull through, and he another kind of natural leader, if you like. Often won the African Player of the Year, obviously going back to when he was in his prime. And again, nothing but respect for this guy. Where next for him, though? That is the question, of course. I'm not too sure who seem keen. Remains to be seen. Will be interesting. Some of you might be surprised to see this guy, but I feel like Michael Carrick was an icon for Man United, because he's been there for a while. It makes me feel really old, because I look at, obviously he moved to Man U from Tottenham in 2006, and 2006 for me, I think, oh, it's not how long ago. Then I look at the, how old I am and stuff now, and I'm like, damn, it is quite a bit ago. A good spell for him at Man United. He had his injury problems, didn't he? And when you look at this, he cost Man United 14 million at the time when he left Spurs to join the Manchester club. And when you think of how much players go for now, that turned out to be an extremely shrewd piece of business. He scored 24 goals in 464 appearances for the club. Wasn't always renowned for his goals, but I tell you what, he scored some decent goals as well over the years, and some important goals as well. The 36-year-old only earned 34 England appearances or caps, amidst competition from the likes of Gerrard and Lampard. It's always going to be tough trying to break through over those guys, which many believe wasn't fully reflective of his ability in the midfield. I mean, when again, Carrick for me is a very kind of similar to a Toure type of midfielder. Can play sort of deep, and that's what he liked to do. He didn't really like to go up and score many goals, but when he did, they were usually something quite spectacular. A legend of Manchester United, you could say. I'm not a Man United fan, so for me, he's obviously not up there with the likes of Toure and Iniesta, but that's just me. I don't want to be disrespectful, so I personally really like Michael Carrick. Again, I'm not too sure if he is going to retire or just join another club. But yeah, it's weird. Again, it's one of them where it's like, it would be so weird seeing him play elsewhere. He's literally so loyal to Man United over the years, and yeah, just been there for a long, long time. That does actually bring me to the end of this video, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you smash the thumbs up. Feel free to let me know where you think, what is next for each of these players. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. I might just feature your comments in next week's episode of Every Kick. So yeah, make sure you get them in. Of course, guys, with leaving the like, make sure you do subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, guys, I'm trying to push on for 2,000 subscribers ASAP. We are reaching it very, very closely, very, very there in the mist. But yeah, thank you all for watching nevertheless, and I will see you guys in the next video.